Well, good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. The sun is shining. It's warm outside. Enjoy it while you can because fall is coming. But I so like this kind of weather. Today we're going to do a little segment on Walk With Me once again. And I've been in the book of Proverbs, and I believe the Lord wants to bring a message from Proverbs to you today. And it goes here in Proverbs 1:7. It says this: the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. And then going down to Proverbs 1:20, and that whole thing is emboldened, entitled The Call of Wisdom. And wisdom is speaking here as I read these verses to you. And it says this: wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in the open squares. She cries out in the chief concourses at the openings of the gates in the city. She speaks her words. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Now, wisdom is speaking here. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make my words known to you. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no one regarded. Because you have disdained all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your terror comes. When your terror comes like a storm and your destruction comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would have none of my counsel and despise my every rebuke. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be filled to the full with their own fancies. For the turning of the away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But then in verse 33 he says, but whoever listens to me will dwell safely, and will be secure without fear of evil. And that's what I really feel to share with you today. How God calls. He allows the spirit of wisdom to call upon us. And it has to do how we live, the choices we make, especially choices that can pull us away from God and doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing in our lives. And wisdom calls. And one thing that I believe we've lost in the church today is the awe of God, that respectful fear of Him, that we can't play with God. And there's many out there today, Christians and even non-Christians, but Christians that play with God. They walk on the very edges and the very outside of things, to the point where they see, in a sense, what they can get away with. And wisdom is constantly calling to them, get out from that zone, come closer to me, stop taking part in those things, get out of those sinful practices. And He's calling for us to come back. Wisdom is calling, but because we have not heard that call, or we have not heeded to that call, we wouldn't listen to that, as the word says, that rebuke. In the end, if we're not careful, that very thing that we're playing with can slay us. And so God calls us today. It's time to come close. It's time for us to walk close with Him again. Listen to the call of wisdom. Listen to her rebuke. When we're making choices that we know are wrong, it's time to let those things go and listen to what the Lord is saying through wisdom. Because as Proverbs 1:32 says, for the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. When we don't listen to wisdom, we're considered the simple and the fools. And when we make choices of the simple and the fools, we very much can be destroyed if we're not careful. But if we will listen to wisdom, as it says in verse 33 of chapter 1 of Proverbs, but whoever listens to me whoever listens to wisdom of the Lord, will dwell in safety and will be secure without fear of evil. God bless you guys. Have a great day, and I hope this message has spoken to you.